What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be Black Ink Crew, Season 7, Episode 1. So y'all got me watching Black Ink Chicago, so I figured, okay, I'll watch the original and see what it's all about, because y'all know I didn't watch Black Ink, the original either, so I got caught up. I'm not going to say I watched all 6 episodes, but I watched enough to get the gist of some things. So we start the episode off. So first of all, it was a back-to-back episode. I'm not breaking it up into two different, like episode 1, episode 2. I'm just going to do one big review. Sorry, y'all, my tooth. Alright, so we start off with Caesar having this big street party, right? Had a block party in front of the Black Ink 125th location. Sorry. And it's new. Before he even said anything, I noticed that it was New Orleans style, right? You know, and it was a block party, and they partying, and they having a good time. And he's basically setting up to let us know that he's going to open up a new location of Black Ink down in New Orleans, right? Cool. Last season he did Atlanta. Well, it wasn't last season, but he did Atlanta. And he's got the 2 locations up in New York. I ain't mad at you. Do you, boo. Get your hustle on. All that good stuff. Happy for it. But it's... Okay, I'll get to that. I'm moving ahead of myself. So, all the usual suspects are there. You know what I mean? Sky's extra ass came in, you know, being carried, and she had on this one-piece cut concoction with half her ass hanging out. Yeah, I know, it's Sky. Sky's being Sky. And, I'm sorry, this tooth is hurting really bad. I don't know what happened. I was eating ice. I think maybe. Okay. I'm going to get through. So, he's getting ready to open up the shop down in New Orleans, and he says, look, I need to take a crew with me. He said, you know, we got a lot to do. I want to open up by a certain time, and I need to take some of my soldiers down there with me. And so he's going through who he's going to take. So he announces, of course, he's taking Ted, and of course, he's taking Sky. That's a no-brainer. Then he said he's going to take Tati, the assistant. Oh, Tati comes through with an emotional support dog, because she was like, because every time she walk up in the shop, they be whooping her ass, which they must be paying her a lot of money, because she been in more fights, and some of them were the physical attack wasn't warranted. The fact that people don't really fuck with you was warranted, because you came in with an attitude. Now, I'm not justifying them putting their hands on you, but I certainly understand that you come through with an attitude, right? Anyway, so they announced that it's going to be, so Tati's going. Then he announces that he's going to take Walt. Walt was like, what, me? For real? Like, I don't never go nowhere, especially after last year. Cool, that means me and Caesar must be back on a good place, that he trusts me again. Cool. So he's like, all right, bet. So this Caesar's like, and I can't forget. And of course, Donna's like, he taking the vagina slayer. Alex. Isn't that his name? Alex. The vagina slayer. So Donna automatically gets in her feelings. What the fuck? How dare you? You'll never take me anywhere. No, I'm sorry. Before she goes off, Caesar says, Donna, I need you and whoever the other chick is to hold the fort down. Like, I'm going to give you all my high-end clients. I need you to keep them up. While I'm down in New Orleans, I'm going to send you all my VIPs, basically. She mad. Dude, give me the VIPs. That's money. Do you not realize that while this crew was down in New Orleans, they're not going to be making any tattoo money? I'm sure he's going to be paying them for being there. But you making tattoo money, and you networking, and you building up your clientele. If you don't sit your ass down and stop fucking complaining, she goes off talking about, you don't never take me anywhere. Bitch, didn't he just take you to Tokyo, to Korea last season? Did you forget that you just went to fucking Korea? I think you went to Miami. I think you travel pretty damn good. Last year you had never been out the country. Now you talking about he'll never take you nowhere. But what it really boils down to is your ass just want to go with Alex because you and Alex got this little boo thing going on right now, and you really ain't trying to let him out your sight. That's what it really boils down to. So she goes off and talking about everything I done for this dumbass shop. Da da da. Caesar like, what? Dumbass shop? What? So she cusses him out, talking about something. And when you ready to basically, when you're ready to let me go to New Orleans, you know where to find me. Fuck this. Fuck you, Caesar. So Caesar's like, fuck you. Like, really? So there's that. Then we see Miss Bay is 7 months pregnant, and she is becoming a naturalized citizen. She goes to take her test. Melody goes with her to go take the test. And she's becoming a naturalized citizen. And I say, especially in the era of Trump, boo, I am so happy for you, proud of you, especially before your baby gets here, because we already have seen what's going on with, even though we know Trump really more concerned about the border babies, but that don't matter. She passed the test, and because of her situation being damn near about to drop a baby, they let her go ahead and do her swearing in at the same time. And it was really like the poor baby could barely get the words out for the swearing in. I think they should have rescinded the results until she could recite the damn oath. But hey, boo, I'm happy for you, babe. She's she was just very emotional, which I could understand. She came here with nothing, didn't even speak English, and is able. I'm not gonna get political, but even without getting into all the politics of it, it's a long process and it's an expensive process to become a naturalized citizen. So I'm proud, happy for her that it happened. Proud, so proud, so proud. Something else happened. Donna cussed these out. I don't have my notes in front of me, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. I thought it was something else, but I'm sure I remember it. Then we have the next day at the shop. They're talking about, what it is, and Melody lets them know that Donna passed her test. I mean, that Bay. I said Donna. I'm just making up names. That Bay passed the test and everything, and Designer comes in to get a tattoo, the rapper Designer. So they do, how on Black Ink Crew, they do the whole, so what is this tattoo? What are you getting it for? What does it mean? Blah, blah, blah. They go through the whole, okay, I guess I didn't miss anything. They go through the whole, Designer coming from the Bronx and how rough it was and how, people don't get out. And I mean, not the Bronx, I'm sorry. Bed-Stuy. And Caesar's reflecting on, his situation and how he got out. And, y'all know how they do when somebody getting a tattoo. So Designer gets a tattoo. Of course, he loves it. Everybody's happy. Woo, woo, woo. Then old girl comes running in talking about Bay is in labor. She's having a baby right now. Her boyfriend, I think Richard is his name, he done called panicking because Bay is only 7 months pregnant. The baby is, I think, 5 weeks early. And of course, there's always a risk, but there's even more of a risk when, when the baby's early. But luckily, thank God, Bay had a healthy baby boy. He's just the cutest little thing, and she is so in love. She is so emotional. She is like, I can't believe, I never could imagine loving somebody as much as I love, this baby, and this is a love I've never known before. And it also makes her reflect on her father, and like I know how I feel about my son in just a couple of days. I just don't understand how my father could be what he was to me. And if you're not familiar, her father was very abusive to her and her mom, and they had years of abuse, which is one of the reasons why she came to America to flee her father. But yeah, that's pretty much Bay's story. But we happy for her. She's going to be taking some time off from the shop. Obviously, maternity leave, take care of the baby, all that good stuff. So then we see Alex and Donna. Alex was like, I know Donna is still mad and she's still tripping over not being able to go to New Orleans. So I'm going to take her to Coney Island, cheer her up. And they're having a really good time. They're having a really good day until, well, first of all, Alex is like, so can we make this official? Like, can we officially say you my man? I mean, that you my woman and I'm your man? And Donna's like, look, I ain't really trying to fuck it up. Like, why can't we just keep things the way they are? Why do we have to put a title on it? You know, it just seems like every time, you know, I go to put a title or something, I fuck it up. And so I'm just cool with the way things are. Like, let's just let them be what they are. So then they talk about New Orleans. And, you know, Alex is like, you know, I'm sorry that you're not going, but it's all good. You know, we cool. Everything is going to be straight. It's only for, I think, 3 months they're going down there or something like that. I don't even think it's that long. Is it 3 months or a month? It might have only been a month, y'all. I'm be honest with you. It wasn't that long is what I'm thinking. Because I remember thinking, Donna. So Donna's like, you know, and she said in her confessional that really, for real, she just, it's not even so much about, Lord, it's not even so much about her not being able to go. It's the fact that she doesn't want to be away from Alex. And, you know, she was like, well, I know a way you can do it. Like, you could just stay here. Alex was like, And I mean, at the end of the day, everything Alex said is correct. He was like, this is an opportunity that I cannot turn down. Like, first of all, he's my boss. This is my job. That's number one. Number two, even if I had the choice, I still wouldn't choose to stay here because this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Like, Caesar took me under his tutelage. He took me under his wing, you know, and the opportunities that are presenting themselves to me, I just can't turn down, and I can't risk pissing him off, you know, or getting on his bad side. He was like, and number three, for as much as Caesar has done for me, he ain't really asking for a lot in return. So no. I can't do this. I can't make this decision, you know. Donna gets mad. Well, fuck you then. You don't really care about me. Blah, blah, blah. I thought you, so a minute ago you was trying to be my man. Now all of a sudden you can't. And I was like, Donna, that was stupid to even ask him. Like, it was unfair of you to even ask him to do that. And it was stupid to ask him to do it as well. So she storms off. Alex is like, fuck. So, the guys go down to New Orleans first. Now, come to find out, this is also Caesar's weekend. So, y'all already know it's about to be some bullshit. Because it's Caesar's weekend, and they're going to New Orleans, and the guys went first. So, they get to the house, and the house from the outside looks like an older house. You know, the guys are like, we don't know about this one, Caesar. Like, what's good? But the thing about New Orleans, if you know, New Orleans, it just has such a character about itself, and a lot of their homes are older homes. You know, they've been around since Reconstruction. Shit, you know, they've been around for a long time, and so from the outside, a lot of them do look dated. But as soon as they open the door, of course, it's been updated. It's modern. It's nice. It's whatever. It's what they used to. It's a nice little Airbnb, you know. But they get in there and they got a bunch of half-naked women giving out beads with alcohol, you know, welcome to New Orleans, and of course they get it in. They drunk, they partying, they having a ball. The next morning, they are hungover. And Tati is there. Now, Tati and Ted get to flirting, so that's about to be a problem. I see that coming. But they get to flirting, and he talking about something, man. Either she doing her squats or she getting some butt injections because she looking real good from the backside. Like, all of a sudden, he just noticed it. But maybe she did get some injections. Because, I mean, a butt just don't appear overnight. If she ain't had one last year, she got one this year. I'm just saying. It might not have necessarily been in the traditional way. But anyway, so they get themselves together and they go to the new 9 Mag, Lord. They go to the new Black Ink. It's a beautiful shop. Now, it looks like it's inside of an office building. So it's not as the usual like storefront type storefront type situation. But once they went inside, because all of them were kind of like, what? But once they went inside, it was laid. Like, not only is it a tattoo, I'm going to call it a tattoo bar, because not only is it a tattoo parlor, but it has a full bar, it has a full kitchen so that they can serve food or cater, or have a catering event or have, those types of things come in. And it is beautiful. Like, it is a beautiful, beautiful shop. And so the new tattoo artist, one of the guys that Caesar has hired, he shows up, an Asian guy, but his name is Ace. They said he's one of the top tattoo artists in New Orleans, so he was able to snag him. And he talking about how, he want to have a soft opening, and he's putting Walt in charge of publicity. He's putting this person in charge of that and that person in charge of that. And they basically mapping out what he has to do for the next couple of, weeks to get everything ready for him to sort of turn it over to whoever he's going to have managing the shop. Now, he hasn't said who he's going to have managing the shop yet. So, we see where Caesar is coming back to the house, and these fools are drunk having a pool party. And he's pissed off because he was like, look, I told y'all to go back to the house and get yourselves together, take a nap. Y'all supposed to meet me back at the shop so we can finish getting some stuff done for the day. And y'all up in here, not only are y'all in here, y'all up in here partying and shit, y'all are drunk as fuck. They got strippers in the pool. I mean, they are getting it in. And Ted notices that Walt has been drinking. Remember last season, Walt had this big drinking problem, and he's supposed to be in recovery. So my thing is, the first time you saw him with a drink, you should have been thinking, what the fuck? The first time you saw him with a drink. But, okay, whatever. So they're like, okay, we peeping. Something ain't right here with this. Something's going on. So Caesar is flicking off. Like, he is going off because, and I don't blame him. He has every right to be pissed off right now. If y'all was supposed to come back to work, y'all supposed to come back to work. He gave y'all a lunch break, or seems like an extended lunch break, and y'all decided to go back to the house and have a party, get drunk, and get fucked up. Like, that, y'all wrong. Like, that's unprofessional. Like, we can laugh, we can joke, we can play, but when it's time to take care of business, it's time to take care of business. And Caesar's trying to open up a new shop, and y'all up in here like it's fucking party time. It's gonna be time to work and time to play. Like, that was fucked up. So then Sky gets in. Sky lands, and of course she's doing her whole Sky thing. She's being Sky. She gets to the house, she goes up to the master suite, and she's talking about how beautiful it is, and it's got a tub, and she can't wait to take a bath and all this other stuff. But then she sees Caesar's bags on the bed. She's like, what the fuck? Like, he know better. He already knows that I get the master suite. So why is he tripping? Why is his shit in my room? So she's screaming, running through the house looking for him. And she all mad or whatever. She goes in there and she starts going off on Caesar. And Caesar is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Well, what the fuck you got in my room? You know better than that. You know I get the master suite. Why you got your shit on my bed? He was like, calm down. I put your stuff on the bed so that wouldn't nobody take your room. Chill out. And so she was like, oh, well, thank you. You know, being Sky. Just being Sky. So, but she realizes that Caesar's in a really bad mood. She's like, what is going on with you? Like, what is your problem? And he's talking about how the guys really pissed him off, how they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They left him hanging at the shop. They drunk. They fucked up. And he's really stressed out because he's a little in over his head with the shop. He's put a lot of money in. He's in debt. And basically, if the shop is not successful, he could be in a lot of trouble. But Sky does what she's able to do. She's able to calm him down. She gets him... she gets him to calm down, and she's like, look, it's your birthday. We're going to take this shot. It's going to be all right. Like, all your other shops are successful. We're good. We got this. You're going to be all right. But it's your birthday. We about to go fuck it up. We about to go to Bourbon Street. We about to fuck it up. She gets him to take a shot. They get it together. They get all dressed and everything. They go down to Bourbon Street, and they do what people do on Bourbon Street. They are fucked up. Caesar said all he want to do is go to the strip club, so that's what they do. Go to the strip club. They have a good time. They throwing 5, 10s, 20s, whatever. They getting lap dances. They doing all this stuff. Caesar goes in the back with a couple of the other dancers, and we don't see him no more. I don't know what he did, but we just gonna let it go. And then next thing you know, here come Donna, walking up in the motherfucking strip club, and here's the thing. She gets really pissed off, gets in her feelings, gets mad, storms out the club. Alex is standing there like, woo. Because when she walked in there, yeah, he was dancing with some big booty hoes, doing what people do at the strip club. A part of me is like, Donna, what did you expect? Like, it was Caesar's birthday weekend. You found him at the strip club. I know you didn't think he was going to be sitting in the corner texting you. Like, really? What did you think he was going to be doing? But then on the flip side, when you saw Donna, Alex, your response was, okay. And then when she started going off and you knew she was mad, you still didn't respond. Had you came up off the big booty hole and went over, gave her a hug and kiss and was like, oh, I'm so happy to see you, baby. What you doing? I really think a lot of that would have been eliminated. Donna is not a prude. I don't think Donna was really tripping. She was mad, but I think she wasn't really. I think it was more because you didn't react when you saw her and you didn't show her any type of reverence, like she's somebody special to me. I really don't think she gave a damn that she was in the strip club, because hell, she went to the strip club to find you. But the bigger question is, Donna, what the fuck are you doing in New Orleans? Like, why are you here? She said that she came down to apologize. No, you didn't. You did not come down to apologize. You came down because you trying to let Caesar let you stay. You think that if you show up, Caesar will say, well, since you here. That's what that was. You ain't give a damn about, because you can apologize over the phone. What happened wasn't that deep that you had to come and apologize in person. And then when Alex didn't respond the way you wanted him to respond, then your ass was really pissed off. So later on, they hook up, and she, because of course she ain't speaking to him, because Alex was like, I thought she went back to New Orleans. I thought she went back to New York, but come to find out, she was in New Orleans. And so, she finally agreed to meet up and talk to me. And when she talked to him, of course she's still mad in her feelings, and they argue and they go back and forth, whatever. But basically, make a long story short, once he said he loved her, then you love me for real, you love me, and it was over. It was all was forgiven. Everybody was happy again. I don't know what it is about those 3 words that make people lose their motherfucking mind, but okay. It worked, Donna. But Alex, that's only gonna work one time, because there's only one first time to tell me you love me. After that, shit's downhill from there, so you better come up with something better next time. The other major part of this whole premiere was Sky and her son. So the other reason why Caesar was pissed off is that Sky gets to New Orleans only to tell him she was leaving the next day to go to Texas to see her for her son's graduation. So, Caesar's like, what? You leaving tomorrow? Why are you leaving tomorrow? And she was like, it's my son's graduation, like I told you. Oh, yeah. And he was like, well, when you going to be back? And she was like, I'll be there about 4 days. 4 days? What you going for 4 days for? Now, Caesar, I understand that you stressed, and I understand that you got a lot going on. But it's her son's high school graduation. He lives in Texas. She lives in New York. They've been building this relationship for over the last year. So I don't think her staying for 4 days was an excessive amount of time to go and visit her son. And from Texas to New Orleans, it's that quick of a flight. Like, she'll be back. And I get it that she's probably one of the only people that you really, truly trust. And Sky said that, you good. Like, brother, you're all right. We'll be all right. You'll be good. So, over the last year, Sky and her youngest son have really built a good relationship. They've seen each other regularly. He's met her mom, so he's been building a relationship with his grandmother. And let me tell y'all something. I've been talking a long time, but I just want to say this. I really, truly love the part of the storyline, that the relationship that Sky has with his adopted mother. She's so appreciative of what this woman did and the life that this woman provided for her sons. Like, she just so gets it. She has no animosity. She has no resentment towards this woman. She doesn't have any type of, well, she could have done this or she could have done that, and none of that. She just was so thankful when I saw the last season. So thankful for what this woman has done for her and for her sons. And I just think that is beautiful. Sky is a whole lot of things. She crazy as a motherfucker. But in that one, she definitely, I was just really happy and proud of how she handled that. But her son graduates. Sky looks good. She looks really nice. She didn't go extra. She had her cute dress. She had her natural hair. She didn't have one of her crazy wigs. She looked really nice. And then they planned a luau for him. She planned it with the adopted mother. And so they had this luau. And while they were at the luau, Sky was saying, look, I got something, let me talk to you outside. I got to talk to you about something. Come to find out, Sky bought her son a brand new car for his graduation. She said, I wasn't always able to do these types of things. And when I was growing up, my mother couldn't do anything for me. And she was like, I know that, basically, I know material things don't replace, but I love the fact that I'm in a position to do it. So the son was like, Mom, it is, oh man, that's for me. Like, oh wow, I can't believe you bought me a car, but I can't accept it. What you mean you, what? She was like, what, you don't like the color? He said, no, I'm not going to college, because the agreement was that the car was for him for college. He said, I decided to go into the Army. I understand where Sky was coming from. And, she got upset, but she didn't flick off, like, upset. Like, she was just quiet, like, why type upset. So the next day, they end up having lunch, and she tells him, she said, I apologize for my reaction yesterday. Like, if you really thought this through, and this is what you really want, like, far be it for me to stand in your way. She said, but, I was just being a little selfish, because I'm just getting you back, and I don't want to lose you, because you're going to be in the military, you're going to be away, But they had a good conversation. But I get where Sky's coming from. My nephew joined the military, and I remember feeling like, what? Like, why are you doing that? Like, you're in like, he was already in college. He decided to leave college and go into the military. But you know what? He is doing great. Like, he's getting ready to go to officers training school. He's been promoted a bunch of times. I don't know all the ranks, but he's been promoted a bunch of times. And he is doing really, really well. Met his wife. He's married now, getting ready to have a baby. So, it works out. But I do understand where Sky was coming from, her initial reaction. And then she ends up going back. She did what she said she was going to do. She ended up going back. One other little storyline, Melody is mixed. Melody's mom is white, father's black. Her mom's side of the family disowned her when her mother fell in love with a black man. And her mom's family is from New Orleans. So with this whole thing going on with the new shop opening up in New Orleans, Melody has been thinking about maybe reaching out to her mother's side of the family. Her mother's side of the family. And so she actually gets a chance to talk to one of her cousins, and he sort of blows her off. I mean, he was like, I'm not really close with your mom, and we were never really close, but I don't know, I got to think about it. Because she's like, maybe we can get some coffee or something sometime. And he was like, you know what, I'm really kind of busy right now. Let me think about it. And so I felt kind of bad for her, but you know what, you can't, look, they're lost, boo. They're lost. And I understand not knowing a whole side of your family, but, man, fuck them. So, last but not least, the soft opening. The Caesars having the soft opening. For those who are not familiar with the soft opening, a soft opening is when a restaurant or a new business, they don't have an official opening. A soft opening usually, like in a restaurant, my sister's a chef, so I've been to a few soft openings at restaurants that she's worked at or helped open or whatever. Usually it's for like press and family. A soft opening means we're not 100% there, but we want to kind of give everybody a preview, let everybody tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, so we can fix it before the grand opening. Especially at a restaurant where there are certain things that are on the menu and certain items like that have to be addressed, and that type of thing. Like, for example, let me give y'all an example of a good thing that people have a soft opening. There's a restaurant, and I'm not going to tell the name of the restaurant, but it's a restaurant here in the DMV area that my sister actually was the chef. It was a chain, but she actually opened this particular location, and they had the soft opening, and we were able to go. Me and my family had a great time. The food was good and everything. But it's like an old-fashioned, like malt shop, but like a high-end malt shop type vibe, right? I mean, they have breakfast on the menu all day, but it's not quite on the level of like a high-end restaurant, but it ain't IHOP either, right? So anyway, so it's like that kind of vibe. And they have a screen where they were showing like old black and white movies that would be during the time of like the 1940s, 1950s when malt shops were really, really popular. Okay. The restaurant just happened to order a reel-to-reel of black and white TV movies and stuff. They didn't really watch it. They just put it on for the soft opening. Well, mixed up in the black and white reel was some old racist cartoons from back in the day with people walking around in blackface and all of that. You see what I'm saying? It's a good thing to have a soft opening. You didn't want that running at your grand opening. So anyway, last but not least, I'm gonna end it up. They have the soft opening party. It's a disaster. Nobody shows up. Come to find out, Walt didn't really go out and do the publicity like he was supposed to. Everybody's noticing that Walt is drinking. Walt is drunk now. Walt and Caesar get into it. my DVR went out, so I don't have the whole argument. But Walt and Caesar get into it to the point where Caesar ends up firing Walt. Like, you fucked up. You didn't do your job and you were drunk. Walt mad, talking about something. He ain't got to do that. He ain't got to call me a drunk. Like, he ain't got to go there. Then Donna comes walking up in there talking about, where everybody at? Where the party at? Sky's like, now is not the time, Donna. Now is not the time. So Donna and Caesar end up getting into it. Caesar fired her ass too, because Caesar's like, why are you even here? I left you in New York to manage my shop, to take care of my high-end customers, and you're down here. Why? And he was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. If you can't do the job that I hired you to do, then fuck it. I don't need you either. You're fired. And then he looks at the rest of them and was like, and if any of y'all got a problem with the way I'm handling my business, you can go too. And I ain't even mad at him, because Donna, you ain't had no reason for being down there. And even if you came down there to apologize, you should have took your ass right back after you and Alex worked it out. But that's not why you were really down there. You were really down there because you were hoping Caesar would let you stay. And the shit backfired on you. Now, we know he gonna hire her back. But for right now, that's where it is. And that's where it ended. All right, y'all. We're going to see if we're going to take this black ink ride. All right. Talk to y'all later.